Hey there, friends. Good morning, and how is it going? My name is Rabbit, and thank you so much for joining me for episode number 25 of our Let's Play for Hoshigami Ruining Blue Earth. My goodness, friends, I can already tell you that even though we're not too far into December as I'm sitting down to record this, I can tell this month is going to be a bunch of bullshit. So hopefully you all are in better holiday spirits as you are sitting down and watching this whenever I do happen to get a chance to get it uploaded, because my schedule's looking a bit rough these upcoming weeks. But either way, we will have a chance to chit-chat about this as we go through today's recording session. But just to get us started and launch us forward, as a quick recap of our previous episode, we ended up having a somewhat audience, I guess you could call it, with a messenger of King Zelston of an area known as Quelled. No, I think we were in the town of Quelled. I don't know what King Zelston is ruling over, and I don't know if it honestly matters. He might be chilling over here in Tuss, I guess. But we are in a new area, and we were told that if we wanted some nice, potentially OP weapons, we needed to reach the peak of Hephaitos' tower. I'm guessing that once we're up there, instead of going through the attack session thing with whatever that douchebag's name is, I can't even remember at the time of me sitting here and recording this. Can you guys tell my headspace? It's just so cluttered with all this other stuff that's coming up. I'm dreading it, friends. Totally dreading it. But either way, instead of having to do an attack session on the guy we've previously been fucking with, we might have to do it with Hephaitos, or maybe there will just be a shop at the top. I don't know. That rhymed, and I kind of like it. But let's go over here and check out the tower. I shared with you guys at the end of our previous episode that I would allow you to see at least one floor. I'm assuming it's going to be very similar to the other towers of Trial. But we'll see. You know, I have no way of 100% knowing, and I don't want to just go into it and then not have you see what at least it looks like. And already we can tell that the environment's a little bit different. But guys, I think I was wanting to only show you maybe one floor and then bring you back when we're at the peak. But perhaps we can just get through whatever we can get through, and we'll go from there. Okay, this is throwing me off that there are so many blocks in a row. Usually it's not like this. But no biggie, no biggie. As long as I have 7 people on the map, I don't care where they are, to be honest. As for sessioning these folks, just so we're not belaboring these early levels in the early floors, because they're not going to have super great stuff anyway. All the good shit's really going to... Oh my god, do you see their levels? Okay, yeah. I'm not even going to waste my time. Who am I going to throw for, though? I could... You know what? I will just knock Irma for it. So maybe I should have actually paid attention to who's in what position. But it's all good. We'll just have Hephaitos knock everybody forward a little bit. And then we'll start making the track. I thought we could climb what's in front of us. It looked like it was stairs, but I bet Hephaitos is the only one who technically can do it since he has jump +2. Everyone else, I'm guessing, is gonna be hoofing it around this ledge here, which is all good. So we'll just hit you forward, Irma. We're gonna have to try to get some folks over, and getting my magic dealers towards the front lines is gonna make this go much faster. Fuck my life. Alright, Faz, we'll just throw him forward too. Guys, I feel kind of bad that this first floor is honestly a little bit of a joke. Level 6? That's so far back. I don't even know what to say. Except I'm hoping that the rest of this tower is easy peasy. It's probably not going to be that way, however. I'm guessing in case you weren't in the position to deal with this, maybe they wanted to just start you off with something nice and easy. I honestly don't know. That's so strange to me. But whatever gets me some nice new weapons, I am all about putting in the effort. So anyhow, as I was saying at the beginning of this episode, I'm hoping December is going to be really good to all of you. Just a month where you can kind of recharge because, you know, it's the holidays are coming up and everyone's going to be spending time with family and friends. I'd be interested in hearing what you guys are going to be doing for your Christmas, or at least like the week of. I know some people, you work on Christmas Day if you want to get that time and a half, or maybe you work the day before and or after. Oh yeah, so Hephaitos can just bypass all of this bullshit. He gives zero fucks. Just gonna climb this wall, no big deal. Okay, now that we have some folks up here, I think I should be good in our next round of turns to pretty much kill everyone. If I can't do it, no, I'm not going to be able to as fast. Actually, maybe I should have just had him kill the guy that was right in front of him. Oh well, we're not going to worry about it. Instead, what am I doing? We'll kill these two first and foremost. And even if my coins aren't that strong, I think just based on how weak these enemies are, they should be dying pretty quickly. I just had a hunch. We'll move Irma the rest of the way out. But yeah, I know some of you are going to be working either the day of or before or after the full week, whatever gets you that overtime. I know bills can be tight. I still remember as a kid, my dad often would work whatever holiday they needed him to, if it meant he could, just have a little extra to spend on us. He was pretty thoughtful when it came to things like that. And we never were really big into holidays. I know I've shared this with you guys across all the Let's Plays I've done over the years, that just due to the fact that my family originally isn't from here, so we had different things that we kind of celebrated-ish growing up, although we just never were a big holiday family. I think my mom just being so unstable and we were moving all the time, it just created an atmosphere where when the holidays came, I think all of us genuinely just wanted to rest. We weren't as interested in, well, this is going to be a bit interesting to try to get, oh, I did it! These three without touching Faz. Hey, mission accomplished. I think by the time we reached a holiday, we just wanted to relax because the days leading up to that were so insane and intense, and we needed that recharge. So I understand. Oh, there's only one guy left? I don't even know. Do I have a single? Oh my god, I'm not trying to fuck up Irma. This is a little bit of a mess. Maybe I could have actually zapped most of them from the bottom. This is crazy. I can't believe they're level 6. What even is this? What is this? And I think we're just gonna arrow him in the face. Okay, there you go. Floor 1. And he was afraid after he died. You should have been afraid before you challenged us. Just let us move on up the floors, especially level 6. Trying to stand off against level 19, 20-ish. That was never going to work in their favor, but, that's okay. So the point of me saying all of this is, I know for me, my holiday is going to be pretty calm. I actually think Andrew is leaving. He's going to go back and see his family in Arkansas. I think he's leaving like the 15th, 16th, 17th of December, and he'll be gone until, I think he's coming back 2 days after New Year's Day. So like the 3rd, I'm thinking, is when he's coming back. So he'll be gone for a good 2 weeks, which is good for him. I know he likes having the opportunity to be with his family and just to get away, from your schoolwork and all these other things that are kind of stressing you out. And that is one of the nice things about being in school versus working. I think there is a lot more flexibility with schedules and traveling. And we'll put Hephaitos in the middle. There. I think that's how I should have been doing it before. There's just a little bit more flexibility because with work, if you want to be gone, you're using PTO, or you better pray you get the whole week of Christmas off and you're only minimally tapping into your time off. But if you have a job that only recognizes like the day of Christmas and then the day after, you're not going to be able to be gone for as long as someone who's on their holiday from uni, where they get 1 to 3 weeks depending on the school and what program you're in and what all's happening. So I know Andrew is going to have the luxury of being gone for a full 2 weeks, and then he'll have like another week where he can chill once he gets back to get himself reacclimated to everything here before he has to get back in the grind of all of these papers and all of this other stuff that's kind of going on in his world. So that's really nice for him. I think just in general, school stuff aside, he's been pretty stressed this last year. So I'm glad he will have an opportunity to just, get what he needs, that refreshment, that relaxation, just the ability to anneal both body and mind. Technically, if you want to throw a third thing in there, I guess it's good for the spirits too, right? To just go home. If you're close to your family, be with them, relax. I guess for me also, it's not a huge loss since, now that my dad's gone, I don't really have much family. I have my sister, but she lives in Florida and is finishing up her MFA. I don't think I'm going to be able to get all of them, but we'll see if I can at least get 3. I don't know. They're positioning. Oh, I can't get all of them. Ha ha ha. Perfect. She's finishing up her MFA, and she's going to have some time off, but she picked up a part-time job recently. So, again, it's not even worth it for the two of us to kind of meet somewhere in the middle because she's working, I think, the full week of Christmas. She gets just the day off because, when you're working just a little grimy part-time job in retail, they need you for those holidays because there are going to be lots of returns. There are going to be lots of people doing last-minute shopping or wanting to take advantage of after Christmas sales and deals. So I feel really bad that she's going to be doing that. But, I think most of us, when you're working your way through school, you put in your time in the shitty retail jobs. I think we've all done it. We've all been there, or a lot of us have been there. So I'm not even going to get to really see her. And since she's kind of the only family I really have, in the U.S. anyway, that I would say I talk to and that I am somewhat close with, I am going to be staying in Wisconsin all by my lonesome, which isn't as bad as you'd think. I do have, oh God, I might barely be on the tip of it, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I will be chilling by myself, which it's not as bad as it sounds because I will be working the full week of Christmas minus the day of. I'm not working Christmas Day and I'm not working New Year's Day. We get those days off, but I'll be working the rest of the weeks that coincide with those holidays, which again is not a big deal to me. It'll just be me and our 7 budgies, and we have 4 guinea pigs. I don't know if I shared this with you guys. Maybe I made an announcement. I don't know. I can't remember what I post and what I just say in comments to people, but we had to separate. So we originally had adopted. I think I talked about this in my Let's Play of Jade Cocoon 2, but not here. So if I am repeating myself, whatever. Where do you guys have to be? We're just going through a pretty ordinary fight here in Hephaitos' tower on the lower level. So I think you can handle me repeating a story if I have said this before. So we had rescued 3 guinea pigs, and you could tell they just weren't treated well, and the previous owners, they thought they were cute and that's why they got them, but they didn't actually research what goes into taking care of guinea pigs. So Hot Mess Express is all you need to know to describe that situation. Unfortunately, 2 of the males were bonded because they were from the same litter, and then there was a third one that they didn't introduce properly, and they just got him haphazardly and threw him into the mix, and it's been horrible ever since. They had described it to us when we were taking them. So it was while they were en route to dropping them off at the animal shelter here or the Humane Society. In order to waive their fees, I just volunteered to foster the pigs. And then I was like, you know what? Ultimately, I'll just keep them. There's no point in me serving as a foster. Hang on. I didn't see any enemies. Okay, there they are. I was about to say, you guys, I didn't see anybody. But it looks like it's fine. Okay. That is so strange. That blew my mind a little bit there, not gonna lie. So weird. So wonky. Anyhow, so instead of just fostering, I ended up opting out of fostering them and just keeping them and, making it an adoption. So we got these 3. We had very little information on them because the owners were irresponsible and they didn't know what they were doing and they didn't have a lot of info to provide anyway. So their description, one of them is all black and he's the one that wasn't introduced properly to the 2 brothers that are both patterns of white and like an orangish brown color, reddish brown color. I don't know. I would say it's almost like the color of a moose symbol. Would you call that red? Would you call that orange, or something in between? Burnt orange, possibly? I don't know. But the two brothers were very aggressive to him because he wasn't introduced properly, and they had always described it, I guess, to other people, and even when I met with them to pick up the pigs, just to make it easier on them, because, you know, some people, that's what they need. You just gotta go to their actual fucking house to take the pets they're surrendering, which is still so crazy to me, but whatever. They just described the black guinea pig as being shy and quiet, and he just never comes out, and he's not social, and blah, blah, blah. But then, after having them for less than, I want to say, I have to actually think about the timeline because it's been a little bit. I think it was less than 2 or 3 days. It was within the first week of us having them. We saw that he was covered in bite marks and had scabs, and a lot of his hair had been ripped out, and we had taken him to have a checkup, and they weren't sure if, like, the owners had been abusing him or what the situation was, and I didn't know enough and hadn't witnessed enough of the behavior to really say, actually, I think it's the other guinea pigs terrorizing him. But we saw him getting his ass whooped, and we were just thinking, like, how long did you have these things and you didn't realize that these two brothers were fucking him up all the time? So we picked up on it fairly quickly whenever he would approach the hay rack, or when we were trying to hand feed and he would come out. It was just dive bombing him, and the ass whooping ensued. It was pretty terrible, guys. I felt so bad for him because it's just like, God, when you take a pet, you're basically volunteering yourself to look after this thing and care for it like you would a child. And I get it. Sometimes things happen. You know, your life situation changes, circumstances at work change, you know, revolving around what is required of you to remain employed. I get it. But when it's just truly a matter of you didn't think about what was going to come with the territory of adopting a certain type of animal, it pisses me off. I think people are they're so into little cute fuzzy furry things, and that's as far as their thought process goes. And then fast forward, you have a creature that you don't want and you can't even care for. You don't have the time to care for. It just, obviously, it annoys me a lot. So I don't know why I was kind of Oh, yeah. So we had to separate. I kind of went off on a tangent there about irresponsible pet owners. I think you can tell that I feel very strongly about that matter. But the point of me kind of giving you all this background was we had these 3 that we adopted, and within the first week we realized, you know what, this is not going to work for the black one. He's just treated so badly by these other 2. We need to separate them. So Andrew is so sweet and such a trooper. We actually built the cages for them because typically the ones that you just buy are way too small, which blows my mind that these big companies that are producing a product for a type of animal, it almost feels like they're intentionally overcharging you for something that's not even a decent living space for the creatures that they're selling it for. It's insane how much it costs to buy a guinea pig cage, and it's not even suited, in my opinion, for 1, let alone 2 that some people just cram in there, because you really should have more than 1 pig unless someone's a stay-at-home person and can be around them, talking to them and playing with them for most of each day. So we knew we were going to separate them, and Andrew took the time to build a second cage. Andrew's so amazing, but I gushed about him, I know, it wasn't our last episode, but 2 videos ago when we were doing all of the fighting and all of that fun stuff. I know I talked quite a bit about Andrew being terrific, so I will not subject you to that again. But after erecting the second cage and just seeing how big and empty it was, having just 1 pig, we ended up rescuing, oh my God, guys, you're going to think I'm crazy, but we did get a 4th guinea pig. So those 2, we did introduce them properly, are starting to bond, and it's wonderful. So the new pig is named Hammer, and he is now bonded to Ptolemy, and then the brothers are Peter and Pickle. So Hammer was 2 years old, and he is pre-diabetic, possibly diabetic. We're going to have to take him in and have some blood tests done, because his owners were also fucking gutter trash that fed him nothing but carrots. Like, they didn't give him hay, so his digestion was poor, and he was filthy. They had never given him a bath in 2 years, and he wasn't an American guinea pig that has the smooth, soft hair that doesn't really need to be washed much. He is kind of an Abyssinian, but his fur is so unhealthy and unwell that he doesn't have the proper swirls and whirls. He looked very dirty and ratty, and his nails were overgrown. And so now, even as we're trying to clip them properly, because the quick, you guys know what I'm talking about, that little line in their nails, it's grown out so far that even just cutting a little bit off, he bleeds. It's just, I don't want to get into that. Anyway, again, be responsible. If you're going to fucking get a pet, make sure you research it and you know how to take care of it, or you're willing to learn how to take care of it as you have them and, grow with the pet. And if, things happen, don't feel guilty about it, but don't be a piece of shit and neglect your animal. Give it up if you realize you can't take care of it. That's all I'm going to say on that matter. So anyway, Hammer is terrific. He's so sweet, and you can tell he just wants to be loved. He's, such a sweetie pie, and has been such a godsend to Ptolemy, because the two of them get along great. So Hammer's 2, and then the other 3 pigs are now about 8 or 9 months. We got them around the 6-month-ish mark, but of course the old owners didn't know how old they were. They didn't give a fuck. So that ends that story, and we will simultaneously conclude this episode. We knocked out a few floors of Hephaitos' tower. As I suspected, there's not a lot really happening here. I'm honestly astonished by how simple these floors are so far. So I will just off camera make my way through them on my own until we reach, maybe I shouldn't be talking too much shit. As we enter floor 4, the music changes. So let's just take one more minute, look at their levels, and if it appears as though they're going to pose some sort of challenge, I will not keep you along for this episode, but bring you back in our upcoming video. I don't know. I just don't want to have 3 or 4 videos of us going through one tower. But when this music cues, I'm expecting there to be an actual pseudo boss fight. So let's see here. What the fuck? They're level 6. Why is this music playing? Does somebody have something rare? I mean, I guess ringmail and the composite bow. Lucky charms. Guys, I am perplexed. What is this? I mean, let's be honest, they have decent equipment, but I don't understand. Why is this song playing? I don't need any of their shit, though. And the cat's eye again. I don't know what's going on, but I'm not bringing you back for this because this is going to be garbage. And I'm probably not going to do attack sessions until I hit the final floors. I'm guessing there will be the same number of floors in Hephaitos' tower as there are in the towers of trial. We'll just see. Either way, I'll take care of this on my own. Sorry about the fake out and us lasting a little bit longer with this video, but the music made me think there was gonna be shit going down, and apparently there's not. So anyway, my friends, thanks so much for watching. As always, I'm your host, Rabbit. This is our playthrough of Hoshigami Ruining Blue Earth, and I will see you hopefully soon in episode 26, where we should be on the last level of Hephaitos' tower together. So I'll see you soon, everyone.